Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis AutoSports. Very excited about this Cherokee, guys. For everyone that saw our video last week on the 96 Cherokee Country out of Apex, North Carolina, this Cherokee belonged to the same gentleman. We bought that Cherokee from him. We bought this Cherokee from him. So if you got a chance to view that video, this is the same quality vehicle right here. If you have not seen that video, I'm going to put a link to the description below. I'm also going to have a link on our website where you can view that video and then view this video. It's important, I think, to view both videos so you can just see the ownership of this Jeep. It is a one-owner Jeep, Carfax certified. This particular Jeep has over 90 service records on the Carfax report. The 96 that we bought from him had over 100 service records. In addition to those service records done at the Jeep dealership, which every single part and fluid that's ever been changed out, every seal has been Mopar only, from AC compressors to radiators to water pumps to brakes to exhaust. It's all Mopar stuff from day one of ownership. This Jeep and the other Jeep, which sold in 2 days, have been garage kept since day one of ownership and have been insanely well maintenance, cared for. Both of these Jeeps look brand new. They're absolutely amazing. I've bought well over 500-600 Jeeps since I've been the owner of Davis Autosports, which I'm Jonathan Davis. I've never seen ownership like this before ever on Cherokees. This particular Jeep, obviously the guy was a big XJ fan. He knew 01 was going to be the last year. Also a note, we are on a slight downhill. The suspension sits level, but being on a hill, it looks like it's sagging in the back. It is not. He knew that the 01 was going to be the last year of the XJ, so he custom ordered this Cherokee from his Jeep dealership with every single option. This is obviously a limited trim, but not all limiteds are equal. It has full leather seats, both power seats, which is very rare. When the XJs come with power, it's usually the driver's seat. The passenger seat is full power, dual heated seats, overhead center console, select track transfer case, factory tow package, which is going to give you the upgraded tranny cooler, just completely decked out, keyless remote, both keys, actually 3 keys. They are the chip keys, wireless or keyless entry, just absolutely loaded up. In addition to the services that were performed at the dealership, he serviced the truck himself in between services, but he also kept detailed records on everything else, from wiper blades to waxes, and he has a wax record, and I'm speaking of waxing the truck, hand waxing records of over, I believe, I'll double check, but I want to say 75 to 80 waxes have been done on this Jeep. And every other wax, he also waxed the glass and the wheels. He's got handwritten records of doing that since day one of ownership, and it absolutely shows. You just don't find Cherokees in this condition. I also want to make perfectly clear, you are looking at a 100% original Jeep. It's got no paintwork, no repairs. It is 100% original. Small thing to note, if you take a look, and I'm going to give you a close-up of everything that I'm talking about, from the trim to the emblems to everything. But if you take a look at these wheels, the center caps, the lug nuts, you are not going to find another XJ like this. Look at this roof, guys. Garage kept since day one, waxed and detailed. Make sure you take a look inside that rain gutter going all the way down. Usually these roof racks we have to paint because they're dull and missing paint. Look at that roof rack. It is literally perfect. All the window seals, there's no dry rotting of any sort. They're perfect throughout. Same thing with the belt moldings right here. absolutely perfect. Usually the very, very top of these start to crack. No issues whatsoever. And this thing's truly, truly incredible. Usually these side trim pieces have a lot of gouges from being parked in parking lots and hitting it. And I spent hours with this guy when I bought the 96 in his garage and had great conversations with him. He was the guy that would park 5, 6, 7 spots away from the closest car in a parking lot. Usually the key bezel right there is all worn out as well. Over 90 service records, and these are individual services. So when I say 90, it was brought to the dealership over 90 times. Multiple services were done each one of those 90 times. So it's just truly incredible. Look at those wheels. I mean, the wheels look brand new. That is a factory original Mopar wheel. I mean, just look at that gloss. I've never met a guy that waxed his wheels, and it clearly shows. Factory privacy glass. There's your factory tow hitch. Rear bumper cap is 100% perfect. Rocker panel, pinch weld. I mean, just beautiful. If you take a glance and look at that metal on that right there. I mean, that's perfect. That's just as it was brand new. Look at the track bar brace, the sway bar. I mean, it's just truly remarkable. It looks brand new. That's not paint, that's all original. Look at the brake lines. You won't find one nicer, I promise you. The 96 that we put up for sale lasted a day and a half. This is going to equally last a day and a half, if not sooner. Gorgeous. I mean, just perfect. You'll notice me rant in all of our videos how we do a full paint correction service and blah, blah, blah. And just like the 96, we did not do one, and we did not do one on this just for the simple fact that it did, I mean, not even close to needing it. It would just be a complete waste of time, and it would be taking clear coat off for nothing. Look at that. Look at the inside of the wheel right there. Look at the weights. How clean they are. I mean, look at the whole inside of that wheel. Usually the barrels of wheels are black from brake dust. Look at in there. That's incredible. That's how clean this guy was. I mean, the wheel well is absolutely brand new. Look at the control arm bracket right there. Look how clean that frame is. The exhaust has been replaced. That is a Chrysler factory exhaust. It's not stainless steel, so you're going to show a little bit of surface for us because it gets wet. Factory original emblems. I mean, look at the gloss on the roof. Once again, look inside this rain gutter right here. I've been in the automotive industry for 15 years, and I said it on my last video, I've never seen a Carfax with over 100 service records. And the 96 Cherokee had over 100, and this one has right at 90. All done at the Jeep dealership. I can guarantee there was probably $30,000 spent on servicing this Jeep. Everything underneath the hood is Mopar. Everything underneath the Jeep is Mopar. Nothing but factory stuff on this Jeep. Does not get any nicer. Beautiful wood grain with the limited trim package. There's your passenger power seat. Take a look at the top of the rocker. I mean, it's just gorgeous. That right there, guys, is a factory original floor mat. When I went to go look at this, I laughed about the floor mats. I said, hey, where'd you find factory ones? Because you just can't find them. He said, those are the ones that came with the Jeep. That's an original floor mat. Obviously, it's been protected and covered, but every floor mat that you'll see in this Jeep is 100% original. Something else that I thought was extremely funny. Those tags are not ours. Those are the tags that the new dealership had on there when it came in inventory. He's never taken the tags off. As you notice, when Cherokees have a gray key as opposed to a black key, the gray key has a chip in it. It will not start without that. This key is for the doors only, although those will obviously work for the door, and keyless entry on both of those. You got your heated seat. This was in here for pins and everything. It is a 1000% non-smoker vehicle. Now, this is just, we have more of these inside. These are his records, and it's incredible. If you look at, for example, wax 120,000 miles, wax 121,000 miles, and these are all this stuff is stuff that he actually did as well. Wax 123. There's roughly, you got 9 to 3. I mean, some of these waxes are within 400 and 500 miles. It's just incredible. Every single service was followed with a wax, and it's on the back side as well. Wax 114, wax 112, wax 112. You got 900 miles in between those waxes. I mean, it goes all the way back from day one of ownership. Wax the windshield. I mean, just, it's incredible. All the way back from the day he bought it. All your books, all your manuals, title in hand. That's the title right there. Your heated seats, your Select Track transfer case right there. All the bottom of the doors look brand new. I mean, look at the, I mean, just, I mean, you would think this Cherokee had 10,000 miles on it. course, the shocks are perfect. Full size spare, brand new tire, limited slip differential. You got your cargo mat right here. You got your factory Jeep cover underneath here is perfect, of course. There's not one single scratch or mark. Look at the back of this carpet on the seat. It's literally perfect. No scratches on the top. Seat belts are spotless. Check out the back pockets on the back seats. They're not loose from stuff being stored in them. That shine and sheen that you see on the door panels, we did not detail this truck, guys. That's just from him detailing it and having it cleaned all the time himself. Headliner, perfect. Of course, it's got the cover on it as well. No gouges from stuff sliding in and out over the years. I mean, it's just incredible. All the screws are in place. And the reason I mention that is because a lot of times where these screws go in, it's inverted and it's a very thin bezel, and a lot of pressure or too much will crack that, and that screw essentially is screwed in place, but this actual plastic trim piece gets loose. Just little things that if you work on Cherokees all day, every day, like we do, things that you notice. Check out up there, excuse me, just 100% spotless, never stayed outside. Another area prone to rust on these. It's beautiful. Once again, factory floor mat. Of course, underneath the mats are perfect. I mean, just incredible. This also has the upgraded Infinity sound system from the factory, which is going to give you all upgraded speakers, the Infinity tweeters, the Infinity amp. You got your factory tow adapter that's obviously never been used. You got your jack in place, your manual, everything. Once again, wood grain's perfect. Besides the hundreds and hundreds of Cherokees I bought, I've had to pass on thousands to get those hundreds. And on top of that, I mean, if you look around our lot, we have customers' Jeeps. We probably have 25 to 30 XJs here. Behind that row on that back line of woods are Cherokees that are customers that are here for us to restore. So I've seen thousands of Cherokees, and you don't find them like this, and it's only due to the ownership. I mean, check out that control arm bracket straight ahead. I mean, it looks brand new. I mean, look at the pinch welds. This thing is, it's probably for the miles the nicest Cherokee that exists, especially with the service history behind it. The drivability is perfect. Cruise control. You have your nice CD player with your 3-band equalizer. every single part underneath this engine bay is a Mopar part. So everything that's been replaced, from AC compressors to water pumps to thermostats, it's all Mopar. Firewall spotless. That's original paint on the front header panel, and there's only two small rock chips that he has touched up. These hood hinges usually get super funky with rust. Once again, take a close look at these wheels. Oop, pardon me. My camera's acting up. That's a 20-year-old wheel. This wheel looks better than most 3-year-old cars, paint-wise. And once again, check out the back side. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my Steadicam. Sorry about that. Look at the back side of those wheels. And that's just incredible. Zero odors. Actually, what you smell in here is like a leather conditioner is what you smell. Smells great. As you see, starts right on up. I'm gonna lower the steering wheel real quick. Dimmed them all the way. Full interior lights. Check out that. How often do you see those working? I guarantee you at some point of this Jeep's life that stopped working and he brought it to Jeep and had it fixed. There are your upgraded tweeters. All the power components have been fully tested. Seats, heated seats, the whole nine. They all work perfect as they should. There's nothing that doesn't work in this Jeep. Cruise control works, radio works, speakers work. You may hear a little bit of clunking. I have my camera with 2 lenses and headphones in the very back cargo, so those may slide around a little bit. All the window regulators, everything's very smooth, very quick. Service reminder from the Jeep dealership at 1:55. Oil was just done. Just drives as smooth as can be. Look at that oil pressure right there. That oil pressure is perfect. Heat works great. AC is ice cold. 4-wheel drive, both part-time and full-time, work exactly as they should. So as I come around this turn up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow down just a hair to about 50 or 55. I'm going to nail the gas all the way so it downshifts, do a hard acceleration, put some stress on the transmission and engine just so you can see everything functions exactly as it should. Here we go. Perfect downshift. Come off the gas just a hair. Perfect upshift, smooth as can be, and back into overdrive. Extremely smooth. Heated seat is on and it's feeling nice right now. You can tell how much of an appreciation that we have for this Jeep, because out of the last 200 Jeeps that we've sold, we've probably sold 10 of them stock. Even in the listings of the ones we listed stock, we mentioned the option of us upgrading it. That's not an option on this Jeep. This Jeep will only be sold stock. It needs to stay stock. They're only stock once, and this Jeep's just too incredible to mess with. So just engaged it into part-time four-wheel drive. You see it instantly illuminated. As I'm on the concrete, I can feel the way it's gripping. Instantly comes out as I disengage it, and it is instantly out of four-wheel drive. Let's go up one more to full-time. Instantly goes in full-time. Once again, I can tell the way it's gripping on the concrete. It's in. I'm only coming to a stop because I'm coming to the road, and it's instantly out. There's no having to go backwards. There's no having to drive forward for it to disengage. There's no hard engagement. It's flawless and seamlessly. It's like a new truck. Just turned on cruise control. We're going to get back on the main road and set it. While we're here, left mirror out, in, up, down. As you see it, factory defrost mirror as well. In, out, up, down. Once again, back of 210 degrees, perfect temperature, perfect oil pressure. Okay, cruise control has been set. Feet are, there you go, off. Cruising at nearly 50. We're gonna go ahead and excel. Passing officer, hey, how you doing? Now we're going to go ahead to continue that acceleration, and as you see, she's inching forward. 55, 56, almost at 60. There we go. Feet still off. I'm going to go ahead and coast now, and it's dropping. I don't want to coast too much. We got a big semi behind us, so cruise, as you see, works perfectly. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, and it's off. Zero noises coming from this Jeep. There's all the bushings in the suspension. Everything's perfect. The steering's perfect. There's no vibrations at any time, whether you're turning, you're braking hard. The cabin is very quiet for an XJ. Extremely comfortable. A lot of times you get these little squeaks and stuff from a lot of trim being removed and not going back on correctly, or clips being broken. This thing is very, very tight, and it's an absolutely amazing Jeep. that sums it up, guys. We just hit 30 minutes. If you don't understand what this Jeep is now, then you won't. So we're going to go ahead and conclude. Happy New Year's. You guys have any questions? 855-XJ-JEEPS. That's 855-955-3377. If you're watching this video on YouTube or our website or eBay, it's not going to last. I'm not saying that. I'm not a salesperson. Our Jeeps sell. So if you're interested in it, call us. It's going to sell very, very quick. Also, with that said, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is not the full presentation to this Jeep. We only use YouTube to host a video, which the video is a part of our advertisement. Make sure to go to our website, DAVIS Auto, AUTO Sports, SPORTS.com, to get price, pictures, all the detailed information. And that's it. Thank you.